Last bit of tight navigation. We're just threading our way between two reefs right now. And luckily it's a track that we laid previously because the light is terrible. So we're just retracing our steps. Should be fine. And after that, we'll be on the open ocean. And it'll be a bit more rolly, but it should be one straight line. Easy navigation.
Now we are off to the races. Howling. We're already doing nearly 7 knots. Hopefully before we know it, we'll be there.
Yeah, we're going great guns. We've got 20 knots of wind, hardly any sail out. And we're going nearly 7 knots, so that's really nice. So far on flat seas, but that's going to change.
Look at that, someone's cocky. He's taking the reef out, so we're gonna have no reef whatsoever. Remember this moment.
Captain's feeling lucky today. What could possibly go wrong? That hasn't already.
Out.
The ocean swell is starting. Hope all the windows are closed. You can just hear everything falling down in the galley right now. Turning into a wet one already. Every time I clean these sunglasses, more spray. Another wave comes over. Just gonna let it go.
It definitely is a sporty sail. We've already had several splashes into the cockpit, so the galley service has been suspended. Got a lovely coffee ready in a thermal flask, but I'm not serving it. Don't want anyone to get seasick, do we? Safety first. It's all about health and safety here. Health and safety.
It's all about that little elf in the galley, in case you hadn't noticed. So cold coffee when we arrive. I've already had my apple this morning. I think that's all I'm getting. I should have made it last.
Maybe 1 more hour of this and then we can bow away by about 15 degrees. So it should get slightly better. But so far so good. It's not horrendous, which is good. We don't like horrendous, do we? Not in the Caribbean.
That's not what we came to the Caribbean for, in case you weren't listening. Didn't come for horrendous, didn't come to work. But so far it is great sailing. The trade winds have really came through for us. We were hoping that we would have some winds close into the coast for our passage back, and it hasn't disappointed so far. The only thing is they've brought a bit of sea with them, but that's not too bad. The actual wind is pretty calm, 15 to 18 knots, but the swell is enormous and quite close together, so it's knocking us about a bit.
And obviously, we're saying goodbye for now to the beautiful Boundless Islands. We're heading back to Shelter Bay for an exciting package. And then we will also check out of Panama because our visa is running out in about 3 weeks' time. So we need to depart. Very sad affair. I think I may be in tears, because Panama is very, very close to my heart, so I don't know what the reaction will be when I see the exit stamp in the passport. I may have a fit and throw all the toys out of my cupboard. Yes, I do have toys.
They're all going to come out.
In the next season of Sailing Bohemia.
We've done nearly 20 miles already. It's very sporty sailing. The wind strength hasn't increased too much, but it gusts up to about 20 knots, which is as much as I would want with this sea state. It's quite rolly, quite sporty. In fact, I can't quite remember the last time we were in a sea state just like this. It was probably California or northern Mexico, a long time ago. So we need to get our sea legs back a little bit.
First mate is where he belongs, under the Dodger, contemplating about the food service. I don't think we're gonna be eating much today, and it doesn't look like it's gonna calm down. So yes, fruit and nuts it is.
Great surfing today. We're falling off some of these waves at over 10 knots over ground, which is just unheard of. There we go, 10.2.
Lunch. It's as good as it gets. Hard-boiled egg and salt. Who cooks on this boat, huh? Gorgeous. As good as it gets.
Well, we made good progress, 25 miles before lunch. I've got to say that's mainly because lunch is a little bit delayed. And here it is. Try not to eat it all in one bite.
I keep saying to him he needs to pace himself. Greedy boy. Finally, we see some Caribbean dolphins. We haven't seen those wonderful creatures for many months. It's nice of them to come and say hi.
I think they're enjoying surfing just as much as we are today. Looks like they're having fun. We're going downwind in bigger seas than I expected, and so I had to rig a preventer on the boom so that when the waves kick us around, we don't accidentally crash jibe. It's not ideal because I should have rigged a proper preventer in the anchorage before we set off. So shame on the captain for bad passage planning there. It's not great because it goes to the midship and it should really go all the way to the bow. There's a lot less pressure on it that way. But the sea state is not terrible and the winds aren't super strong, so this quick and dirty one should do.
I just heard 3 words in that speech. Shame, quick and dirty. Is he talking about sailing?
You heard right. Just the way Bohemia's crew like to sail these days.
It only took us 32 miles to catch up with them, but we did it! Let's not crash into them, eh, Captain?
They're stealing our wind right now, that's not fair.
It's neck and neck.
You're looking especially pretty over there today, boys. I was just remarking on what a lovely clean bottom you have. A little bit red, but very clean.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody noticed that he's wearing clean underwear for a change.
Keeping up appearances. Video cameras rolling.
Well, it's a real race. We're really struggling to overtake them. Every time we are about 2 inches ahead, they steal the wind and they pip forward.
It's neck and neck. It's going to be a nail-biting finish here.
Okay, I think we did it. We did it!
For now, for the next 5 minutes until the captain takes his eye off the ball again, and you watch them, they're going to pip into the lead.
Nah, it's clear as day. It's clear as day. No coming back for them now. But we still do have 18 miles to go to Portobello Anchorage, so you know, anything can happen in the next 18 miles.
It's actually quite stressful having them so close by. There's one more thing to watch out for as well as the rest of the navigation. Captain's working hard here.
We are on the home stretch right now. Boundless have selected the strategy of mainsail, and we have selected the jib only. It's neck and neck.
We just can't shake Boundless today. They turn up in the most unexpected places. But on the other side now, we're a completely different sail plan, and we're still level pegging. They've got their main tied out with the preventer, the same way they've had it the whole time, really. And we've just got our head sail out on the other side, on the starboard side. And we're both going pretty much dead downwind at the moment, within a few degrees of each other. So no rest for the captain, still avoiding collisions.
Got to say goodbye, don't I?
It may not come out like this on the camera, but we are so close to Boundless, and we have been the whole day. I'm really nervous for everything that we do. All it needs is a gust of wind and they'll be right in the first mate's stern. And nobody likes that.
That is quite close. Colin is beeping. Oh, that is quite quick. Out of the way! Out of the way! This is insane! It's like pirates on the seas.
You go that way, I'll go that way.
Yeah, quickly. That was close shave.
Where did you get that sudden burst of speed from? It's amazing what a difference it made.
Literally, the whole day is like this. We overtake them, they overtake us. We overtake them, they overtake us.
Guys, hate to be the one to break this to you, but you've got a jib sheet in the water. It looks so untidy. We're going to have to refilm all of that. We allowed Boundless to just see us into the anchorage, scouted all out there, but we still won the race, of course. We were just retired back there. We're out of Wi-Fi range. We'll come closer.
All Boundless care about is where do we anchor so they can get the Wi-Fi. Okay, 125, 125, ready to bite. It's really lovely here. There's a town called Portobello Town. There's a really old fort from the 17th or 18th century, and the bay is really nice and large and really easy. We're only staying for overnight because we need to be back in Shelter Bay Marina tomorrow to receive our special package. So we're not gonna get to explore much, but I'm sure we're gonna come back. Seriously, best thing about sailing is arriving and jumping in the water.
He's right, of course. The first mate's always right, but especially on this particular point. After this particular passage, it was really nice. It turned out great in the end. We had just the right amount of wind. Sea was a little bit lumpy, but you can't have everything. And we got the whole way here under sail power. So that's great. We also made it 2 hours quicker than the captain was budgeting for. So that never happens. Made the most of it. Got swimming time.
55 miles in 9 hours.
Back by popular demand, we have new dates where you can join us on board Bohemia as we explore the tropics. Learn the ropes of full-time cruising, or put your feet up while the first mate mixes the drinks. You decide. Spend a week on board with us as we explore Panama's unique Bocas del Toro region, right on the border of Costa Rica, where the Caribbean and the jungle collide. If you're curious to experience tropical cruising and can put up with Bohemia's notorious crew, then check out our website for dates and availability. See you next time! We can't have our wine costing more than our diesel.
Most of the time, the diesel tastes better.
Special thanks in this episode go to our latest patron, Mariah, for keeping the first mate away from the captain's diesel tanks. Mariah, I'm sorry we don't know where you're from.
Champagne for everyone.
But thank you so much, and here's to you. If you've been enjoying our episodes and want to fuel the first mate's bad behavior in the Caribbean, then follow the link on screen to find out more.